Good evening. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 and 2021 celebration of our Outstanding Industrial Engineer Awards virtual event. In a typical year, we enjoy hosting our honorees on campus. However, last year's festivities were delayed, and unfortunately, it is still not safe to gather. This year, we have the opportunity of honoring both the 2020 and 2021 Outstanding Industrial Engineers through the power of modern technology. My name is Maya Lester, and I am a third-year PhD student in industrial engineering. I work in the Next Generation Human Systems and Cognitive Engineering Laboratory under Dr. Brandon Pitts. My research area of interest is in human factors, specifically human automation interaction with complex systems. I have had the pleasure to represent Purdue IE in a myriad of ways over the years, including being on the executive board for the Human Factors and Ergonomics Society, and aiding our chapter to win National Gold Chapter for the 2019-2020 school year. I have also had the pleasure to work as a teaching assistant for IE undergraduate courses, earning me an Excellence in Teaching award and affording me the opportunity to mentor and engage with bright minds who are emerging into becoming future IEs. My aspirations are to take my knowledge gain to improve the experiences of people around the world as we navigate through the fourth industrial revolution, ensuring that the increasing levels of automation in our daily lives enhance and not hinder our progress. I plan to use my Purdue IE degree to initially enter the workforce to improve real-world application of autonomous systems in varying domains, and eventually take all of my experiences and become a faculty member, researching cutting-edge ideas and continuing to mold future engineers. Tonight's honorees have shaped future engineers in cultural discourse, built infrastructure and industries. They have all improved our world. Our esteemed alumni were once students, like me, each with their own aspirations, challenges, and triumphs. Tonight, we will reflect on the journey and their substantial accomplishments. The Outstanding Industrial Engineer Award is awarded to the alumni and alumni that have made substantial contributions in their field and in their communities. Nearly 10,000 people have graduated from Purdue's School of Industrial Engineering, but only 152 of those people have been honored as Outstanding Industrial Engineers. Let's get to it, shall we? It is my pleasure to present our 2020 Outstanding Industrial Engineers.
Orlena Nuwaka Blanchard is a business leader, media executive, and cultural expert with over 26 years of experience building value for Fortune 500 companies and startups. Orlena is president and co-owner of Joy Collective, an award-winning polycultural marketing and creative agency based in Washington, D.C. As Joy's chief strategist and cultural expert, Orlena has helped reframe marketing with high cultural competency for Joy's diverse portfolio of clients, including the United States Naval Academy, Dove Men Plus Care, OWN, WW, Tory Burch, Shea Moisture, and many more. Mrs. Blanchard has served on the board of the Women in Cable Telecommunications, Washington, D.C. and Baltimore chapter, and the Mid-Atlantic chapter of the National Association of Multi-Ethnicity in Cable. She previously served in various executive positions, including executive director of the Black Media Matters Consortium, an alliance of the nation's leading African American marketing and media companies that illuminate the strategic value of Black media, and as the head of digital media for TV One. She has also worked for world-renowned brands such as Time Warner Cable, Anderson Consulting, now Accenture, American Express, and the Corporate Executive Board. Orlena received her bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from Purdue in 1994 and earned her MBA from the University of Pennsylvania, the Wharton School. She lives in Bethesda, Maryland with her husband and 3 sons. The Purdue University School of Industrial Engineering names Orlena Nuwaka Blanchard to the 2020 class of Outstanding Industrial Engineer.
Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press. Oh, sorry, wrong awards. Always wanted to do that. I am honored to be recognized as an outstanding industrial engineer. A big thank you to Avi and the entire School of Industrial Engineering for keeping us a competitive force in an ever-changing global economy and society. I would be remiss if I didn't say a big shout out or give a big shout out to my fellow industrial engineering and Purdue engineering alumni and friends, including my husband, who got me through classes like Physics 241 or Professor Papastavro's Decision Sciences class, which was crazy. Huge thanks to my community and family at NSBE and MEP. The Minority Engineering Program at Purdue is unlike any other, and it really is a family. And some of my favorite memories are spending time in the MEP office. I remember calculus tutorials. I used to sit next to my friend Willie Terry, who made me laugh hysterically, which was very necessary for freshman calculus. So he is one of my favorite people to this day. He does not even realize that because of that shared experience in MEP and in Purdue engineering. Being a Purdue engineer has always been a tremendous source of pride for me. My father was a mechanical engineering professor at Purdue. My older brother studied electrical engineering from undergrad to PhD and was teaching at Purdue. And I think we have 10 Purdue engineering degrees in my family, at least 10. But being an IE was special. And I realized that even though I'm not a practicing engineer today, everything that I do in business and I have done in my career for the past 26 plus years has been built on an incredible foundation of being trained as a critical thinker and problem solver. And that foundation is priceless. If I could give any advice to current IE students, I will tell you this. With an engineering degree from Purdue, your career possibilities are endless. So don't be afraid to explore different options for yourself. Don't be afraid to think big and be fearless in the decisions that you make and the choices that you make, and trust that the foundation you have is unlike any other. So again, thank you so much for this Outstanding Industrial Engineering Award. I appreciate it. I am honored by it. And congratulations to all others who received the same. Thank you.
Erturk Diger is chairman of Digeri International Trading. Digeri specializes in foreign trade of non-ferrous materials, crude oil, and petroleum products. The Digeri Group has also made investments in the area of logistics and communications with the aim of developing international trade and overcoming logistical obstacles. Erturk frequently made strategic partnerships with public and private entities. After aiding then-new Kazakhstan grow their trade, Diger was appointed Kazakhstan's honorary consul in Istanbul by the Kazakh president until the country's own consulate was created. Erturk Diger contributed both politically and economically to the realization of the Baku-Ceylan oil pipeline project and served on the board of directors of the American-Turkish Council in the 1990s. He strengthened economic relations between Turkey and the U.S., Middle Eastern countries, and the Russian Federation and Turkic republics. Prior to founding Digeri, he worked at RCA Electronics, returned to Turkey in 1975 to fulfill his military service obligation, and aspired to contribute to the Turkish national economy, a dream fulfilled. Erturk has received much recognition for his philanthropy and civic duties. He's been part of a variety of social responsibility projects. A highlight was setting up a technology classroom in the name of his elementary school teacher. Diger earned his Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degrees at Purdue and an MBA at Butler University. The Purdue University School of Industrial Engineering names Erturk Diger to the 2020 class of Outstanding Industrial Engineer.
Hello to everybody from beautiful city Istanbul in Turkey. First of all, I would like to extend my thanks and deep appreciation to the staff of the School of Industrial Engineering at Purdue for bestowing on me the honor of Outstanding Industrial Engineer. I started my journey from a city in the eastern part of Turkey. After graduation from high school, I took and won the national examination for government scholarship to study abroad. I decided to go to the United States and chose Purdue University to study industrial engineering because Purdue was the highest ranking school for industrial engineering, and it still is the finest industrial engineering school in the nation. I obtained my Bachelor of Science in 1966 and Master of Science in 1968. Later, I also added another Master of Science in Economics at Butler University in Indianapolis. My education at Purdue has always played an important and pivotal role in my life in international business. My humble advice to the students of Purdue is that you are receiving a very fine education. You will have many opportunities in business life. In order to capitalize on those opportunities, you need to come out of your comfort zones and take calculated risks to achieve success. I thank you for listening to me. Hail Purdue!
Cynthia Ferrer is Vice President of Global Operations and Integrated Supply Chain for Allegion. In this role, she oversees Allegion's global manufacturing operations and supply chain with plants and supply base across the Americas, Europe, and Asia. Cindy has extensive career experience in manufacturing and supply chain, spanning 35 years in a variety of roles, from production management and engineering to quality, procurement, and lean manufacturing across companies like General Motors, Delphi Automotive Systems, Ingersoll Rand, and Allegion. While leading Delphi Automotive's electronics manufacturing facilities in Reynosa, Mexico, her operations were awarded the prestigious Shingo Prize for Manufacturing Excellence. Highly involved in her community, Mrs. Ferrer serves as chairman of the board for Habitat for Humanity of Greater Indianapolis in 2020, and she actively engages with Purdue through both the Industrial Engineering School and the Krannert Supply Chain programs. Purdue has honored Cindy by inducting her into the Purdue Cooperative Education Hall of Fame in 2014. As a mother of 4 daughters, a female executive, and someone who has worked to support and inspire other women in manufacturing, Cindy was also honored by the Manufacturing Institute as an inaugural Step Ahead winner in 2013. Cindy holds a bachelor's degree and master's degree in industrial engineering from Purdue University. The Purdue University School of Industrial Engineering names Cindy Ferrer to the 2020 class of Outstanding Industrial Engineer.
Hello. What an incredible honor it is to be selected as one of Purdue's outstanding industrial engineering alumni. I'm extremely grateful for this esteemed recognition and the opportunity to represent some of the many talented individuals that have graduated from the industrial engineering program over the past years and decades. The education I received while at Purdue through the engineering program itself, through the campus organization leadership opportunities, and the cooperative education program work experience equipped me with the tools and experiences which became a foundation for a very rewarding career in manufacturing beyond what I ever imagined. My advice to current students is to leverage the full growth and development opportunities Purdue offers. Engage in organizations to serve others. Embrace the cultural and experiential diversity that you'll find at Purdue. Be a leader in an organization or even a team. Gain meaningful work experience. All of these will provide you with a foundation for what you decide to pursue after you leave Purdue. The Purdue experience is like no other, and the time that you spend there is precious. Finally, I would like to thank Dr. Deskmuk and the administrators of the Industrial Engineering program, as well as the Krannert Supply Chain program. I've appreciated the opportunity to stay connected to Purdue through things like sponsoring student project groups, speaking in the IE 200 class, serving as a student mentor, and participating in the Global Supply Chain Management conferences each year. These have allowed me to continue to learn, to continue to develop, and have been extremely valuable. Thank you again for this tremendous honor.
GV Sanjay Reddy is the vice chairman of GVK, a conglomerate with interests in energy, airports, transportation, real estate, hospitality, and life sciences. While he is involved in all areas of the businesses, he is instrumental in making GVK the leading private operator in India with Mumbai Airport and now with the development of the Navi Mumbai Airport. He founded GVK Biosciences, which is one of Asia's largest contract research organizations employing more than 2,000 scientists. He is involved with GVK EMRI 108 service, which is the world's largest ambulance service offered free of cost to over 800 million people across India and having saved more than 2 million lives to date. In recognition of his extensive career accomplishments, he was declared the Emerging Business Leader of the Year by AIMA Managing India Awards and is one of the 25 Indians chosen as a young global leader by the World Economic Forum. He currently serves on the Purdue India Executive Council and is also a member of the advisory board of the Ross Business School at the University of Michigan. He has served as the chairman of the Southern Region Council and the chairman of Infrastructure Council of the Confederation of Indian Industry. He is an active member of the Young Presidents Organization and the Chief Executives Organization, and is on the board of the Jagdish and Kamla Mittal Museum of Indian Art, among others. He earned a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from Purdue University in 1987 and an MBA from the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. The Purdue University School of Industrial Engineering names G.V. Sanjay Reddy to the 2020 class of Outstanding Industrial Engineer.
My dear friends, I would like to start by thanking everyone at Purdue for designating me as an outstanding industrial engineering alumnus. In particular, I would like to thank President Mitch Daniels, Dean Mung Chiang, and Abhijit Deshmukh for this great honor. I would have never imagined that someday I would be bestowed on such a great recognition. Thank you. Purdue has a unique place in my heart. When I came to Purdue from India in 1984, I was 19 years old and had traveled abroad for the first time. I landed in Purdue in the dead of winter in sub-zero temperatures and stayed at the Tarkington Hall, and my life has been very exciting since then. My engineering education at Purdue has impacted me more than I can ever imagine and has made me what I am today. I learned about commitment and hard work here and became a man from a boy. I was not only molded in academics, but also in sports, extracurricular activities, and of course, how to party. As an engineer from Purdue, I would stand shoulder to shoulder with any engineer in the world. It has also helped me become an analytical thinker and brought clarity into whatever opportunities and challenges that I faced. Thanks to President Daniels, I was the commencement speaker at Purdue in the year 2015, and the theme of my talk was Live, Love, Laugh. My advice to students at Purdue is to take full advantage of everything that Purdue has to offer, whether it is academic, social, cultural, or sports, as it's going to shape you and prepare you for the rest of your life ahead. The people you meet, the things you learn, and the experiences you go through will last you a lifetime. It has been close to 35 years since I graduated from Purdue, but I still cannot forget the amazing time that I had when I was here. I wish you all the very best and would like to thank Purdue once again from the bottom of my heart for bestowing on me this great honor. Thank you very much and goodbye.
And now, presenting our 2021 Outstanding Industrial Engineers.
Jorge Haddock is the 20th president of the University of Puerto Rico. Dr. Haddock started his academic life as an assistant professor at the University of Puerto Rico, Mayagüez. Then, at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, he became a tenured full professor in engineering and then served as an associate dean of the Lally School of Management and Technology. He has since served as dean of the Robbins School of Business at the University of Richmond, the School of Management at George Mason University, and the College of Management at the University of Massachusetts. While living his passion for academic leadership and building partnerships across disciplines, he also brings an entrepreneurial spirit to his work. He has many successes, notable increases in the philanthropic participation of alumni, establishment of online graduate programs, and establishing cross-campus initiatives that engage students in entrepreneurial venture-building activities, raising the national and international reputation of these institutions, as well as forging relationships with organizations like embassies, the World Bank, and the U.S. State Department. His teaching interests include operations research, production planning, and information technology courses at the undergraduate and graduate level. He has authored and co-authored more than 100 publications over a wide spectrum of topics and has consulted for Fortune 500 companies. Dr. Haddock is from Caguas, Puerto Rico, earning a bachelor's in civil engineering from the University of Puerto Rico at the Mayagüez campus, master's degree in management engineering from Rensselaer, and a PhD in industrial engineering from Purdue University. He has been married to his wife, Maria, who is also an IE graduate from 1981, for over 40 years, and together they have 2 children, Angelique and Alex, and 4 grandchildren, Desmond, Cameron, Lily, and Noah. The Purdue University School of Industrial Engineering names Jorge Haddock to the 2021 class of Outstanding Industrial Engineer.
It is difficult to really think about my experience at Purdue in 1 or 2 aspects, because certainly my experience at Purdue impacted my entire life at the moment and certainly in my career path. My dream at the time was to be a professor at the University of Puerto Rico as a career, with my teaching and my research as the main focus, but with a very small private practice. When I went to Purdue, I discovered especially what research is and what research is in a global context, and the experience of being with so many successful faculty and so many ambitious students opened the door for me in a way that I had never imagined would be possible and available. I did fulfill my dream of coming back to the University of Puerto Rico and becoming a professor, but certainly my experience at Purdue took me to spend most of my career on the mainland and other major universities, and that allowed me the opportunity to then come back in this position as president. So there are so many faculty, especially my major professor, my advisor, Tom Sparrow, whose commitment to external funding, his commitment to his students, certainly was a model that I wanted to emulate. People like Professor Prisker, faculty like Shimon Nov, who took a personal interest in me, and so many other faculty were people that I had really helped me shape my dreams as a faculty member, as a professional. And Purdue was what I thought it would be, being one of the top IE programs in the nation and in the world, but much more than that in the way that it really shaped my future and my career, that allowed me to be here back at my alma mater as its president. So in summary, to all the IE students at Purdue University, the education that we have received at this wonderful university has opened the doors to a world of possibilities, and I invite you to really take advantage of all these experiences that you had, to dream big and to go after those dreams. And as life creates these obstacles as well as opportunities, that you really think about the risk that you're willing to take and the prices you're willing to pay to really continue to pursue those dreams and continue to make yourself proud of those achievements, as proud as we are of all of you. So thank you again for this wonderful honor. Looking forward to seeing you on campus in the near future. And always, always, always think of the University of Puerto Rico as your home as well.
Tamara Markey is an innovative, passionate, and dynamic educator. She draws from and applies to her work in education nearly a decade of professional experience as an engineer with Amoco Oil and BP Pipelines. Mrs. Markey is a Woodrow Wilson STEM Teaching Fellow and a certified Project Lead the Way instructor. She has taught high school pre-engineering and served as a STEM instructional coach in the Lawrence Township Metropolitan School District in Indiana. Mrs. Markey presently teaches high school physics at Columbus Academy in Columbus, Ohio. Additionally, she works with the Purdue University Minority Engineering Program, championing an elementary-level math initiative designed to address performance gaps in mathematics for underrepresented students and increase minority interest and program eligibility in STEM majors. She has served to support teachers in the areas of guidance and counseling while also identifying and assisting students with their educational pathways, socio-emotional wellness, and life experiences. She founded the MCIT Girls in Technology program, aimed to increase exposure and interest of middle school girls in engineering and other technology-driven fields. She has served as a member of the Indiana STEM cadre, addressing the state's STEM certification process and metrics. Tamara received recognition as the 2019 Indiana Teacher of the Year. She holds a BS in Industrial Engineering and an MS in Engineering Technology Education, both from Purdue University. Tamara is a devoted wife of 30 years and a proud mother of 3 children and 1 golden doodle. The Purdue University School of Industrial Engineering names Tamara L. Markey to the 2021 Class of Outstanding Industrial Engineer.
My sincere thanks and appreciation to the School of Industrial Engineering. I am humbled and truly honored to be recognized as an outstanding industrial engineering alumnus. There is a proverb, one of my favorites, that says, "A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men." My education and experiences at Purdue University developed my gift as an educator and cultivated my love for learning. I am truly grateful for people like Marian Blaylock, the director of the Minority Engineering Program during my time on campus, for encouraging me to persevere when I wanted to give up. And to Professor James Barony for insisting that I would and could find my place as an engineer in this world. And to my husband, who is also a Purdue Industrial Engineer alum, who always supported me to follow my heart, even if it took me down a road less traveled. So I encourage you, as a future industrial engineer, to follow your heart. There's so much good work, innovations and inventions, so many communities and individuals that are waiting for your personal gift and the work that you will do to make a difference in their lives. So thank you. Thank you for this honor.
K.M. Stanny is CEO of Design Interactive Incorporated, a woman-owned small business specializing in human systems integration and committed to developing innovative solutions to accelerate human performance. In 2019, she was inducted into the National Academy of Engineering for her contributions to human factors engineering through virtual reality technology and strategic leadership. During her over 25 years of research, she has led numerous efforts involved in furthering adaptive immersive training techniques. Kay works with the Department of Defense and Fortune 500 companies to harness the power of interactive immersive technology to help people realize their full potential. She is known for selecting, developing, and mentoring high-potential, emerging thought leaders. Her research has influenced the design of current-generation virtual reality headsets, military training solutions, amusement park rides, and Fortune 100 enterprise solutions. Her research is also supporting organizations during the Silver Tsunami by providing extended reality, or XR, tools for knowledge elicitation. Kay started her career immediately after undergraduate study. She spent 3 years working as a manufacturing and quality engineer for Intel Corporation. After Purdue, Dr. Stanny spent 15 years as an industrial engineering professor at the University of Central Florida. She was named one of the first UCF trustee chairs, a position she held from 2003 to 2008. Dr. Stanny is a certified human factors professional. Dr. Stanny received a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from the State University of New York at Buffalo in 1986 and her master's and PhD in industrial engineering with a focus on human factors from Purdue University in 1990 and 1992. The Purdue University School of Industrial Engineering names Kay Stanny to the 2021 class of Outstanding Industrial Engineer.
We accept this award on behalf of Dr. Stanny. Pat Triple is President and CEO of Inventus Power. He is responsible for strategically leading the global enterprise to ensure Inventus Power is constantly innovating power systems and is at the forefront of thought leadership for their OEM and contract manufacturer customers across the consumer, commercial industrial, medical, and military and government markets. Mr. Triple has a distinguished career that spans over 30 years in the electronics manufacturing and energy systems industries. More recently, he was with H.B. Fuller Company as Senior Vice President of Marketing Development. In this role, he was responsible for the company's durable assembly business, which included the electronics and engineering adhesive businesses. Prior, Pat was with Henkel Corporation as Senior Vice President and General Manager of the Global General Industries business, and also served as the President and General Manager of Henkel's Global Electronic Materials business. He began his career with Universal Instruments Corporation in sales and was subsequently successful in numerous roles, including sales engineering, regional sales manager, and Latin American operations manager. Mr. Triple then joined Siemens AG, where he held multiple leadership positions, including Vice President and General Manager of their electronic assembly equipment business and President and CEO of the Siemens Dematic Electronic Assembly Systems. Pat earned a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from Purdue University and has completed executive development programs at Harvard University, Duke University, University of Chicago, IMD in Switzerland, and IESE in Spain. The Purdue University School of Industrial Engineering names Patrick Triple to the 2021 class of Outstanding Industrial Engineer.
Well, hello, and thank you, and thank the Industrial Engineering School for the award. It was definitely came unexpected, so luckily I actually opened up that email, so I get a lot of emails, and I tend to delete and go through a lot of emails very quick, but that one I happened to look at, so again, I really appreciate the award, and I would say that I was very lucky to go to Purdue University. I think Purdue is a great school, and it really gave me a foundation that I utilized then in my career, right, to be successful. So I would say that take advantage of your time at Purdue, because when you get out in the real world, you'll see that the education you get at Purdue is world class, and the critical thinking and what you learn at Purdue, be able to solve problems, work with other people, is critical for your future success. And along the lines of, my advice for students as they graduate and get out in the business world is, and what's made me successful is really always being myself. So I'm the same way at home as I am at work. And I think that's very important. So you want to be in a comfortable environment, and you always want to be who you are. And it's good to show who you are. And it's good to be inquisitive. It's good to ask questions. And you always want to make things better, right? Don't be afraid not to speak up. So I think what is critical is you got a great education behind you, and when you get out in the world, you'll see that, right? You compete against a lot of people, not only from different parts of the U.S., but also on a global basis. And the education you get at Purdue is world class. So take advantage of it. And again, I appreciate it again, and best of luck.
Congratulations to all our 2020 and 2021 Outstanding Industrial Engineering awardees. Please join me in a round of applause for our newest OIEs. It is truly inspiring to hear all your accomplishments and the impact you have had on the professional communities and society at large. It is indeed an honor and a distinct privilege to be the first to welcome you to the ranks of Purdue University Outstanding Industrial Engineers. In celebrating your success today, you have given us the opportunity to shine a bright light back on Purdue School of Industrial Engineering. Thank you for that. And thanks to all of you for joining us today to honor our newest classes of Outstanding Industrial Engineers. We hope to see all of you back on campus soon. Boiler up, hail Purdue.
To your call once more we rally, alma mater, hear our praise. Where the Wabash spreads its valley, filled with joy our voices raise. From the skies in swelling echoes come the cheers that tell the tale of your victories and your heroes. Hail Purdue, we sing all hail. Hail, hail to old Purdue, all hail to our old gold and black. Hail, hail to old Purdue, our friendship may she never lack. Ever grateful, ever true, lest we raise our song anew. Of the days we spent with you, all hail our own Purdue. Wedded after years, we're turning alma mater back to you. May our hearts with love be yearning for the scenes of old Purdue. Back among your pathways winding, let us seek what lies before. Fondest hopes and aims thereby